Well, thank you, Madam Chairwoman, members of the committee. For the record, my name is Delegate Mark Fisher, presenting HJ6, which is titled United States Constitution, Amendments, Convention, Limitations on Federal Power. This joint resolution states that the General Assembly applies to the United States Congress for an amendments convention to be called pursuant to Article 5 of the United States Constitution as soon as 2/3 of the states have applied for a convention to propose amendments to the United States Constitution that impose fiscal restraints on the federal government, limit the power and jurisdiction of the federal government, and limit the terms of office for officials of the federal government and for the members of the United States Congress. Delegates to the convention from Maryland may not propose amendments that do not address the goals listed in the joint resolution. The application constitutes a continuing application until at least 2/3 of the legislatures of the states have made application for an equivalently limited amendments convention. That is essentially what the bill does. Currently, the Convention of States in the state of Maryland is not only growing rapidly, but we have 22,000 members and growing, and especially during the past 24 months. But of course, it has been growing over a course of years. I just wanted to say this, we have kind of a who's who from the Convention of States today, all of whom will be testifying, and you will be hearing from them very shortly. I know that this is a busy week for everyone, so I genuinely appreciate your patience. For me, I will tell you that one thing that bothers me about what I see at the federal government, and I can define this pretty succinctly, and that is executive orders, whether it is a Republican that signs executive orders, who's a president of the United States, or a Democrat who signs executive orders. It is, to me, the equivalent of a decree from the King of England, like from King George III, the very person whom we were trying to get away from. Yet it is indeed a decree, without question, and it shouldn't be happening, yet it is. And it is Republicans and Democrats, without question, because we see it obviously on both sides, and all of us have. And the other thing that bothers me, and before I turn it over to our incredible panel, is it really bothers me that we have these massive omnibus bills in Congress that deal with 1,000 different subject matters and or 1,000 different line items that deal with spending. I think things would be so much better and more understandable and more transparent for the American people if they could actually vote on each bill individually, whatever that bill may be. So if it's a spending bill that's going to provide foreign aid to a specific country, then that should be a single bill. And yes, there may very well be 1,000 bills that members of Congress have to vote on over a period of 2 weeks. But at least that would be easier to understand and more transparent.
I'm here live in Philadelphia at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. When you hear the phrase lives, fortunes, and sacred honor, these are the folks we should think of, those who anonymously gave their lives. Well, today you have a chance to volunteer. You need to volunteer for conventionofstates.com, the movement that's going to save the country. These folks are willing to step up and give everything. We need you to give just a little bit. Go to conventionofstates.com and volunteer today.